traitors to the Jewish people. Let's discuss. Bruchim Abayim, welcome everyone. This is Rabbi Yitzchak Kolakowski, the Koblentzer Rebbe, and I'm here with another video. I meant to make a video about this a few days ago when this story broke, and I just want to address it now in the few minutes I have driving to work. A lot of people are upset that it wasn't only members of the Satmar community, but many members of various Jewish communities, actually I would say Satmar communities in the plural as well, attended an event honoring the month of Shavuos and American Jewish Heritage Month at Gracie Mansion with Mayor Satmar and Mayor Mamdani. And a lot of Jewish communities chose to boycott this event. They felt that those who attended were pretty angry at those who did attend. I do not reside in New York City. I reside in New York State, but not in New York City. So there's really, I don't have much to say about this on a personal level. However, I do want to discuss this issue. Now, me personally, not that my opinion matters that much, I certainly oppose Mayor Mamdani's communist ideology. I'm certainly uncomfortable with his support of Palestinian terrorists. I don't necessarily believe that makes him an anti-Semite. But even if he were, how do you accomplish things? I saw someone on Twitter said, well, if all the Jews boycotted this event, then we could get Mamdani out of office. But how would that happen? How does that even work? Like, are people really that stupid? Like, it's just, and then they're like, oh, these Satmar, they're just kissing up to him for money. No. They're trying to keep a door open. It's not about money or kissing up. It's about keeping a door open. This guy, unfortunately, is the mayor of New York City. And just to have a temper tantrum and to pretend that he's not and to boycott events like this makes absolutely no sense. But there's something, I think, really deeper here. And I really believe that the Satmar approach here is really the authentic Jewish approach that we find in the Bible and in the Talmud. In the Bible, we find the story when Esau wanted to kill his brother Jacob. He ran away for over 20 years, came home, and when he came to see his murderous and evil and anti-Semitic brother Esau, Jacob bowed down and gave him gifts. That is the way of Judaism. When the temple, just before the temple was destroyed, there were a group called the Bar Yonim. They were basically the Zionists of their day. What did they do? They destroyed all of the food and provisions that were in Jerusalem because they wanted a war. They did not want peace. And because of the Bar Yonim, because of these hooligans, the temple was destroyed. On the other hand, our holy Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai saved Judaism by flattering the Emperor Vespasian before he became emperor. He was the general at the time. He was the one who destroyed the temple. And he bowed down to him and called him a king. And Vespasian had some rather rude remarks. Well, if I'm a king, first I'm not a king. You did the thing because I'm not a king. And if I were, why did you come earlier? And then he said, well, you're not a king yet, but you will be. That's what Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai said. And he said, what do you want? And he said, Tein li Yavne v'chachamecha. And that's how Judaism was saved. Because it said, give me the city of Jabna and her sages. And that's why our religion exists to this day. Because our religion was not tied merely to a piece of land, to a city, even to a temple, like the Sadducees believed. Our religion, going back to what even the Gentile books say, are the seed of Moses. The traditions that go back to Moses, these are the authentic Judaism that go back to Moses, which is a portable religion, which is a flexible religion within the realms of halakha, and which is a religion of faith, a religion of prayer. And it's not merely the temple and everything else. Of course, we pray for the restoration of the temple. But our religion was able to survive without it, just as it did in the time of Daniel, In the Bible, Daniel was able to pray 3 times a day and stayed as a Jew. So too. So, but to go and be arrogant and to be antagonistic against our adversaries is not the way of Judaism. The way of Judaism is to be humble and to plan ahead and to try our best and to flatter our enemies, to bring gifts. And that's the way that we accomplish things. Now, someone asked Rabbi Indik, who's pictured here, well, you just do whatever he says. What if Mamdani said they have to bring something inappropriate into the yeshiva? You'd say no. But how do you prevent that if you don't have a foot in the door? Because if he doesn't know you and he wants to impose these things, he's going to do it. But if you have a foot in the door, that's how we prevent these things. And so that's what we have to be aware of. That is why, and it wasn't only Satmar was there were many from the left-wing groups, heretical groups that broke away from Judaism, that are also part of the Jewish communities of New York City, as they self-identify. We can't just make everything about Israel. And that works in both ways. And just meeting with someone doesn't mean you agree with him. Because our great President Trump, who I love and admire, also met with Mayor Mamdani. Does that make him an anti-Semite? Does that make him a traitor? No. It's practical. It's pragmatic. That's the way the world works. That's the way politics works. Thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you later. All right, how do I turn this thing off? This one. There we go. All right, God bless. Be well.